Nigel here. Did you know the wise time to relieve allergies is at night? With Xyzal. And who better to explain than a wise owl like me? Your allergies won't take a hint when you're tired and ready for bed. Don't suffer the symptoms that bother your sleep. Take Xyzal 24-hour instead. It starts working fast and works while you sleep, so you finally get much-needed rest. Then all the next day, it's still going strong, so you can feel your best. Be wise, all. Take Xyzal at night. Use as directed. Starts working in 45 minutes.
Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Try Greenlight risk-free today at greenlight.com/Spotify.
Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing. It's precision-crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision-crafted performance.
Take your vibes and go, 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 go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
I was just talking about that yesterday.
About that time.
Oh yeah. I got a couple of new things that I'm about to come out with too.
Oh, and I was telling my girl about the shrooms the other day too. I said that she had them cut up. They look like candy.
Yeah.
It calmed me down.
Let's see. There we go. All right. There we go. Perfect. Let me scoot you over just a teeny bopper. Yes. Okay, high cheekbones, native. I see you. Look, I'm just playing. Y'all come on in. I know I started a little bit early, but why not? Y'all come on in. This is a serious subject, and it might last an hour, it might last 45 minutes, it might last 2 hours. You never know. So y'all come on in, and before we get started, let me just go ahead and say trigger warning.
Yeah, for real.
Facts.
For the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits. Limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. And now we're live every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So that's the couch every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where they know what? I know you say.
Period. Now, I usually jump into a song, but because of today and what we're going to talk about, I'm not going to jump into a song, even though I do have something that kind of goes with what's going on. But today is called Swept Under. And I want to say I started this subject 2 months ago. And the first time I did it, you know, it kind of made some people kind of feel a type of way. But this is the thing, is it's going to have to. Because these are the type of subjects that need to be talked about. These are the type of subjects that people sweep under the rug. And if you don't know what that is, that's child molestation. That's, you know, and then not even the fact that after they swept it under the rug, then you swept it somewhere in the back of your mind to where you didn't even remember it until years later when something brought it back up. Has that ever happened to you?
That's exactly what happened. Like, when I went back and watched your podcast and listened to your story, I'm like, oh my God. So it's so many survivors that have similar stories and nobody knows because it's a topic that's rarely talked about.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Now, when you went back and watched it, you know, it gave you the courage to want to come and tell your story. So can you give some of the people that's watching a little bit of your story?
So when I was 13 years old, well, my mom married a man about when I was 9 years old. So from 9 to 13, I was safe. But from me doing research now, I know predators pick the woman first. They pick the parent first. Because of whatever situation they might feel like the woman comes in, the man comes in and he's a hero to the woman, or maybe she's a man that, you know, she's never been with before, but really he's prying, being a predator into your life and seeing, you know, do you have any kids? Is there anybody that he can eventually start touching on? And nobody will believe the kid because, like, it's not something like that just happened. No, he's been around. He was around since I was 9 years old, but the molestation didn't start until I turned 13. So from about 13 to about 16 and a half, my stepdad molested me. My mom had a friend. The friend asked me, she took me to her house for a week. It was like spring break or something. Her friend asked me, had he ever touched you? And that's all I had to say was yes. So when she brought me back home, the police was there. He yelled and screamed and cried, said, I didn't do it. She's lying in front of my mom, in front of the police. And that turned out my mom not doing anything. She didn't press charges. CPS didn't get involved because they were both soldiers. So, you know, that's a...
Wait a minute. So, wow.
You know, he's
a
Mason.
It's all premeditated.
They're soldiers. It's all secret society, police. They all stick together. So when she said that she wasn't going to press charges, that was the end of it.
Wait a minute. So, do you feel like it was just back in that day, or it's just like that now whenever it has something or someone involved in you know, the military or...
Oh, no, it's like that now because she remarried and she's married to somebody who works for the sheriff department, and he has knowledge that my mom says she divorced her previous husband because he molested me, but now he's being an obstruction of justice. She's being an obstruction of justice. Everybody who knows is being an obstruction of justice because they're not coming forward telling what they know. Now everybody
Do you think that the reason why they're not coming forward is because they're scared or because they don't want to, and that's like we say, they want to keep on. Why do you feel, now I know what I feel, but why do you feel like they want to keep it hidden?
Because they have successful careers. They're covert narcissists. Nobody would ever think that they would do such a thing. They've been getting away with it, so why should they get caught? Like, they're narcissists. They don't think that they have done anything wrong. In their mind, everything they do is right. So why are you talking about it now? Why should I feel bad about it? I said I'm sorry. Why can't you just go on with your life and go do you? Because you're still in communication with this man till this day. I'm 39 years old, so that's 25 years, 28 years. You're still in communication with this man till this day. Telling him my personal business, letting him know that I got a grandbaby on the way.
She said so they continue to get away with it.
Yeah, got a grandbaby on the way. Yeah, she is an enabler. Like, why should this man know that I got a grandbaby on the way? So that means that you've been telling him my business behind my back. But now I'm just knowing. Yeah. I'm just not finding out. But I'm skipping around because, you know, the shit is crazy. But so this whole time, I'm thinking I'm the only victim. I'm not knowing there's other victims. So
that's when it changed everything for me. It was like I had put it back into the back of my mind of what had happened. That whenever my nieces and nephew brought it back up, it was like, that happened to me too. Like, how did I not remember that? Like, it was traumatic. How is that something that I didn't remember? That's because it was traumatic. Right. And that's a trauma response. Yeah. You know, we built this wall. Yep. Yeah. This wall of protection up, and I'm talking about brick by brick to the point where we believe that nothing happened.
Yeah. Or,
until one day something brings it up, or
it's not that it didn't happen. It's that I have to still move on with my life because nobody around me apparently is going to do anything about it. You know, for me to feel like I'm not in fight or flight anymore, or I don't have to watch my back, or I can sleep at night because they did the right thing. Like they turned the man in, they got a rape kit, they did what they were supposed to do. So now I can sleep at night, but that's not what happened. Like,
right.
Yeah.
You said the parents don't believe their children. They keep it hidden because they're embarrassed, but nobody thinks about the child. Absolutely, and that hurts. It's shameful as a child because what did you do to deserve that?
Right.
Like,
so
exactly.
With my mom, she was molested. So what she told me was, oh yeah, it happened to me too. So I guess that was
supposed to be a bonding, and we're supposed to just get over it after that?
Yeah, basically. Me too. Like it happened to me too. So what you think you better than me? So you think I'm supposed to stop being with him or call the police on him? Like, what do you want me to do about it?
I want you to hold him accountable. My thing is this. When I caught my case, I literally was going to just turn around and just be like, all right, I'm going to let him live. I'm going to go. And then when I see my brother on the balcony with this motherfucker drinking a beer like they was buddy after I told him that this man raped me, I was like,
that shows you
I'm a killer. I said, fuck that. I'm going in there. Nobody's going to take up for me. I'm going to take up for myself. If nobody's going to handle the situation, I'm going to handle it myself. Now, I'm not saying you guys go out and go shoot your rapist or someone that did something wrong to you. I'm just saying that that's what I did. And I was young at the time and I couldn't let it go. I was just like, what the fuck? That was such a betrayal. And then it got deeper than that to find out that I was actually sold for a bag of cocaine for someone to rape me, to take advantage of me so you can get high. Oh, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That used to be my favorite person in the world. I used to want to be like my brother. Like, what? And then to hear that my mom, she's been molested as a child. But you don't believe that I was almost raped by my sister's husband? That I was disrespected by people in the family, in the church? But I need to calm down. I need to get help. I need to grow up.
It's not that they don't believe
it. It's the gaslighting for me.
They know exactly what the hell is going on. They just want you to keep it hush-hush and go on about your life like ain't nothing happened. But how can you be in the next room and your husband's be sleeping, sneaking into my room almost every other night and not never come see where your husband is at? I don't know.
Because let me tell you, because that brought me back to when my cousin was raping me for a whole summer. My dad, you shook my room down. You knew every time I ran away where I was, but you didn't know that my cousin was raping me the whole summer.
Yeah.
But she didn't know that he was in there doing that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the denial, and the such denial that you end up losing your kids. Like, I'm not gonna go reaching out, but they did that to themselves. You're not gonna gaslight me and make me feel like what happened to me didn't happen when I know it happened.
And let's work through it. In the situation, that's what gets me. Like, they were adults.
Yeah.
They had a choice to do the right thing, but they still chose to do the wrong thing and to hurt a child. Like, what type of people? Those are evil people. They mean nobody no good. Like, my mom is a public figure. Like, she works on a military base. She works with sensitive data. Like, you're not a trustworthy person. Like, my mama did so much stuff to me since I didn't came forward and exposed her. She didn't call CPS on me. They told all type of lies, tried to get my kids taken from me. She done got a fictitious VPO on me and then told the people she was scared, she was in danger. She don't got no police reports on me of me threatening her or saying I was going to do anything to her. But since she's married to the police, they granted her that VPO.
Now, and this is another reason why we have to speak out about these things, is even if you believe that you don't get any help where you are right now, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to expose the motherfuckers who need it. Trust me, I don't give a fuck if it's my family or not. And I got some pedophiles in my family. And y'all know from the first time when I started these episodes, because I started it because of that. Like, I couldn't believe all the memories that was rushing back to the front of my mind of the things that happened to me when I was a child.
Like the audacity of you. And he used to tell me, you're going to hate me when you get grown. You're going to hate me when you get grown. So, yeah, I built up the courage after his brother called me July 2024 and said, yeah, he did it to me too. And his brother is a decade older than me. So you've been doing this shit for decades?
Wow.
Decades. You've been getting away with this shit. Like, I cannot believe
and it's because and that's partly because they're public figures.
Yeah.
That's partly because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's no way, which I can't say it's no way because it's so many years that have gone by that a lot of us, a lot of my 90s and 80s babies have either been touched or know somebody that's been touched as a child. And our parents growing up, they didn't really know the things that we know now, like how to deal with, like we know what gaslighting is. They still never talk back to their parents. Us, see, we broke the barriers. We're not taking that fucking shit.
We're breaking all those
them generational curses. Listen,
yeah.
they didn't, the reason why they wasn't able to break them generational curses is because they couldn't let go and be them own self person. Now, I can be my own self person and I can recognize bullshit. Didn't y'all teach me to recognize bullshit when it come around? Didn't you tell me when somebody shows you who they are, believe them? Didn't they say that?
Mm-hmm. Now
I'm believing in you. I believe you with my whole heart.
Mm-hmm. That you are who you are. Because you didn't show me.
Exactly.
Like, it was all good until I brought the subject back up. Like, why you still in communication with this man? Why you still telling him my business? Oh, I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Right. What we stuttering for?
Right.
Did you stutter whenever you told him that what?
Right. Mm-mm. I don't want to hear. I don't care if mama, daddy, granny, baby daddy, maybe. Like, what type of shit is that? If you still in communication, like my own mother texted me and told me I asked him if he did that to you all the time. So that means that you're in communication with the man. If you're asking him if he did it to me all the time, and you clearly know.
Wait a minute. Because, and I want to just break this down to you guys too, is some of y'all might not realize this, but parents can be jealous of their kids.
From day one.
Parents can be so jealous of their kids, and I'm telling you, I've met mamas that was like, I know my daughter fucked my man. Like, what? What was your infatuation? Why'd you have to ask him how many times like that? Like, why did it sound like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that.
She is what the definition of an enabler. Like, you have never once went to the police and said, I know that this man did this to my daughter and I want to press charges. Like, I have an open case in 2 different counties because they was in the military, and every time we moved, he moved right behind us, and you let the shit keep on continuing until I graduated high school and I moved the fuck away from him and hadn't seen him for 25 years, hadn't really thought about him unless, you know what I'm saying, I'm having a nightmare or some shit like that. And then all of a sudden, my auntie, his sister, is on my phone saying that, oh, my uncle wants to talk to me. He's in the same situation as you is because the brother did something to him too. Like, what the fuck?
And you know, when my nieces and nephews told me, that's when my cousin revealed to me what my brother did to him. And it just rushed back to my mind like, my brother did that to me too.
Right.
And then when you grow up and then you, at the age that you are now, you realize that was fucking disgusting. That wasn't right.
No.
We wasn't supposed to be playing house, kissing, licking, and touching, and all that fucking shit. No. I don't give a fuck about what nobody say. Well, I don't know. That's disgusting. That's not natural. That's not normal. I was the baby. I don't know about you.
I'm the only child. I'm the only child that she pushed out. I'm the only girl, so I should have been protected. But like I said, since it's generational, nobody stopped it. Nobody said, no, this is wrong. Like, all little girls and little boys need to have that talk with their parents. This is no
as soon as you can talk.
Right. This is a no-no
Don't wait.
area.
Don't be like, oh, well, I want to wait till they mature. Fuck that shit.
No, I never got that talk. She never
at
gave
all.
It to me.
And you know what? I remember being young and seeing fucking porn videos and magazines everywhere, and it was just like the influence was there. They drunk parties all night. The influence was there, and then you leaving all your grown ass friends. Y'all drunk in the front. You don't know that these men is looking in the back and coming like, hey, touching and all of that fucking
nasty fucking perverts.
It's like I remember now, like, and it's crazy that it took so long for me to get back to this point, but
it's hard.
I'm not even mad that I'm remembering now. I'm so glad.
That's the first part of therapy. Is anger and rage.
Yeah.
And if you think it's something different, then you're going to be mistaken, because you're going to be angry as fuck. And if you're not angry as fuck, then that means that you didn't probably turned into a pedo just like him. Like, it's so many.
That's real. Trauma can go different ways.
Right.
And I said this the other day. When I got raped, I ended up becoming promiscuous. But I wasn't wanting to have sex with my family.
Then you get called fast. Because nobody stopped Uncle Ray from touching you. Now you fast.
But now you fast. What you got on? The same clothes that you just fucking bought me. Oh, well, you must have gained weight. That's too small. I need to get you something different. What?
Why? Because I know my man finna be looking at you. Type shit. Yeah. Yeah.
And they want, in my family, they wasn't in the military. They was the church. They ran a youth service. They had the kids around.
It's all
village child ministries. And let me tell you something. Every time they would bring me around the other older men in the church, you know what they would be doing?
Sizing you up.
I'm talking about like some motherfucking serpents. Talking about nasty motherfuckers.
Deserve to get their head chopped off. Yeah.
I remember one time, my dad, I was suspended from school, and he was like, you know what, you're gonna meet up with, I can't even think, if I knew his name right now, I would blast him right now. I can't even think of his real name, literally. But he sent him over. He said he's gonna come over, he's gonna work on some music with you. That's not what he wanted to work on. He wanted me to work on his dick. That's exactly what he wanted me to. He didn't say. First he started preaching to me and then grabbing my chin and pulling his dick out with the word on his tongue. A grown ass man.
That's the type of shit he used to do. Like, I'll walk in the living room, he'll have his dick sticking out the side of his shorts and out of his basketball shorts, or I'll walk in the living room, and this is when internet still stuck into the wall. This He'll be right there in the motherfucking living room watching porn, and then try to hurry up and cut it off when I walk in there like, my
but let it lag so you could see?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Type shit. So I know, like, since it was a person before me, and there has to be people in between me, and it has to be people after me. And for my mom to not stop that shit and allow him to keep going on molesting people, like, you just don't give a fuck.
And what's wild is, once my nieces and nephews brought it to my attention what was happening with them, my nephew is actually in a facility right now for touching a little boy. But because of his condition, they have it to where, he's basically in his home with a caregiver, blase. But his dad, my brother, I'm finding out that my cousin, I don't even know if my sister was a victim. I don't even talk to them. It's just now that I'm finding out that he was grooming his own fucking daughter. No, any way that I can fight for my nieces and nephew, and I'm not talking about the nephew that did something to somebody, because I don't give a fuck if we was close or not, or if once you touch that's a sensitive, no. And I know that some people are going to be like, oh, no, that's wrong of you not to fuck with your family because they touch somebody. Hey, then that's just wrong of me. You know, some people cut me off because I'm gay, and I cut people off because they're chomos, and we're just not the same. You know, we're just
Never
not.
will be.
Oh, yeah. And when I realized, when my family actually disowned me because of me marrying my wife, I'm like, how could you be mad that I'm marrying the love of my life and you allowed my sister to marry a man that tried to rape me? And my father's like, oh, I raised him. How can that be? How can that fucking be? What about? Well, you basically didn't raise me because I went from DHS to prison. So it wasn't no raise there.
Like, people don't understand, like, when you have a traumatic event at an early age, it stops your brain from working the way it should work, and you end up with psychological problems, problems thinking, like, and then we end up getting in trouble because I'm a habitual felon too. I just ain't never been to prison,
right?
But I still have the same struggles of not being able to find a good job and being discriminated against because I'm a felon. So that makes my life extra hard. But when you say something about it to the people who were in charge of you, you decided to do that. That's your fault.
Right.
No, motherfucking bitch. You fucked up my fucking cognitive thinking to where I didn't know what the fuck. I was in survival mode and fight or flight for so fucking long and confused. Like, I'm out here. I'll
everything
fuck
is a
a bitch up.
fight.
I'll fuck a nigga up. I didn't turn into a racist. I don't know. Like, I'm very, like, don't like people. Like, it make you hate people and you can't really see the good. You always seeing the bad in some shit, and you really have to work hard to come up out of that shit, and a lot of us don't come up out of it.
Right.
And then we have kids.
You know, I think the only reason why I didn't experience that part of the like hating people is because I was taken away from people at a young age. You know what I mean? And the whole time I was in prison, I was like, damn, I want, you know, like a day one to like hit me up that, you know, only people that I could remember, you know, they remember when my dad was beating the fuck out of me, and you know, people remember when they said that my dad tried to molest me when I was a child. Like, they remember shit like that. That's not the type of shit that I want remembered. Like,
because it seems like the shit gets turned on you, like, but why the responsible adult don't got shit to do with it? Like, my mama didn't block me. She don't talk to me. I didn't have to sue her ass for emotional distress. I didn't took her to court. She had a VPO on me. She did all this shit to me. Called CPS, tried to get me to go to jail, tried to get my kids taken, but ain't did shit to that nigga. Still talk to that nigga. When I had the courage to call him after 25 years, he told me, yeah, your mama told me you got a grandbaby on the way, and your mama's trying to help me with this money. He got some type of hold on the family money after the parents died, so he's holding on, got the money caught up in court. So that's what he said, that my mom is helping him do, make decisions on the money, and he's getting advice from her. And I'm like, oh yeah, so you throwing her under the bus now, since I didn't call and cuss your ass out. Now you telling me all y'all business of what's been going on. Like, okay, yeah. That I had a feeling like that's why I took my kids off of Facebook and shit like that. So I knew somebody was stalking me or watching me. So I don't post my kids on Facebook. Like, I'm real particular about shit because I don't trust people. And that's how it had to be.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because most people don't even know that type of life.
Yeah. And a lot of us don't even realize what type of trauma our parents actually took us through. Some people will never realize it. Some people will forever be stuck. But once you realize, once you literally, let me tell you something. Being woke even means being woke when it comes to your parents. I'm so sorry to say that. But some of them, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be rude, but not every parent means you good.
They don't deserve to have kids. I feel like whenever my mom and her ex-husband passed away, like their brains need to be submitted for research because there's something wrong with them. Like they narcissists, they psychopaths, and they some more shit. Because like, what makes your mind tick like that or think like that to make you think that you're doing the right thing by somebody? As long as you're safe. That's what she told me. I just want my peace.
Your peace is more important than my sanity and my peace as well. That's and it gets mind boggling because it's like, okay, like, I mean, I understand your peace is important. I understand that, but I'm your child. You were supposed to protect me. And even if you didn't protect me, it's okay because I protected my fucking self every time. So I'm sorry for whenever I got out of prison and my family was trying to, you know, get to know me again, that I just was like, in my head, I was just like, it's really not shit y'all can do for me.
I didn't cut everybody.
I've done it. I've lived that life in prison. Like, I've grown up. Like, I'm not that same. And they literally constantly was trying to throw a guilt trip on me. And when I first got out, I was falling for it. I was falling for the okie doke. Girl, I'm talking about falling.
Yeah, because you like, home and you want shit to be new and have a fresh beginning, but motherfuckers is still, they stay on old shit. They ain't gonna never change for nobody. That's like, my grandma told me, I refuse to believe that happened to you.
Like what?
I'm not gonna believe that.
Oh my gosh.
That's between whoever it happened with and you. What are you telling me for?
He said, I made a whole account private. I stopped posting my kids on social media. I'm going through a divorce after 20 years of marriage with a mentally abusive narcissist. He hasn't seen his kids in a year. I have plenty of childhood trauma too. I'm so glad you can openly talk about your struggles. Thank you for sharing your testimony with us.
For sure.
Thank you, Christy.
Because it needs to be talked about. Like,
yes. I'm forever going to talk about this on the couch. And listen, I'm telling you, and you guys will learn as I learn, because I'm learning more and more about my family. I'm learning more and more about my trauma that happened to me. And I'm learning and going through this with you guys, you know, together. And I appreciate the feedback, and I appreciate, you know, I don't even really give a fuck if I'm being judged. Honestly, I don't give a fuck if you like, oh, you should have kept that to yourself. Don't put your family on blast.
Well,
that's the issue. That's the fucking issue right now, is that we're so busy trying to protect. That's why we're not breaking generational curses, is because we're protecting these generational curses.
Keep sweeping it under the rug. I refuse to believe that happened. Like, I'm sitting on the phone telling you that it happened, so how are you refusing to believe it? Because you stuck in your mind. I told her, I'm taking my power back.
I hung up. When my dad said that, oh no, I raised him. He would never do that. I literally could not sleep before I turned myself back into jail. I could not sleep because my sister's husband would not, before he was even her husband, he was her boyfriend at the time. We all was getting fucked up, and I knew I was about to go do some time.
Right.
So we all getting fucked up. Me, my brother, my sister, we having a good time. When my sister passed out and my brother left, when I say this man turned into something I ain't never seen, like a fucking sex demon.
And that's what they are.
It was like he jumped over I'm like, what the fuck? I literally was running from him. I had to jump in the motherfucking... I turned on the shower acting like I was in the shower, like, okay, like, bro, like, get on. Like, I'm trying to...
Yeah,
this motherfucker took a butter knife and came in that bitch. I will never fucking forget that.
Yeah.
And then she had his fucking kids. That look just like him. Like, and then y'all won't even let me talk to my nieces.
It runs in my family like that too. My own cousin married her molester. He's a pedophile sex offender. He has to stay registered, and he still pays fines up until this day, and she married him and had 4 kids with him. And
how do y'all think we feel as this is my thing, is I put up with it when I got out because they had kids, because they had my beautiful nieces.
Right. You want that relationship. Like, everybody deserves to have a relationship with their people, but it don't always happen like that.
And once you guys stop being, I don't want to say scared, but once you take your power back and you're able to speak about it yourself, come sit on the couch and share your story. I'm telling you, the more we share our stories, the less it will be these type of motherfuckers getting away with it. Expose them. Y'all so quick to expose a cheater, but y'all can't expose a motherfucking child molester in your goddamn family. Y'all so busy sharing this Diddy shit, making these jokes when you got the same Diddies in your fucking families. I know, because I have them too. And a lot of times our color, let's just be real, the main reason why they don't like to come out and say it is because, oh no, they've already enslaved us for years. They've already done this and we've already dealt with so much. The ancestors fought hard for us to, they was raped the fuck too.
The men and the women and the kids. And it's just been going on for like generations and generations, and nothing about it was ever right. But for some reason, we hold on to this stupid ass tradition, and it makes no damn sense. Like, I would never, ever, ever knowingly have knowledge that somebody hurt my kids and not do anything about it. Never.
Like we said, I commend you for taking your power back. Period. We have to take our power back. We have to. Because our parents aren't going to give it to us. And even though some of us is like, oh, well, my parents are the best. I mean, they did their... Listen. I get it. But when I got to realizing that I'm being gaslit, and every time y'all get a chance, y'all always want to say, oh, you don't have kids, you'll never understand. If I had kids and they were touched, trust me when I say I would understand, because I am in this position now. I would have never made them feel like I don't believe them, or told them I didn't believe them, or said, oh, are you sure? Never would I even question. When my nieces and nephews, you can ask my wife, when my nieces and nephews, so I didn't question not a motherfucking thing they said. All it did was bring back my fucking trauma. And I'm glad they reawoken the part of me that I hid and protected for so many years. I protected her. And I did a good job, because I literally, it took them speaking out for me to remember. We protect ourselves so well that we literally forget.
Yeah, I basically even forgot that motherfucker existed to his brother. And my auntie called me this summer and was like, the shit happened to him too. And I'm like, what the fuck? I called and asked my mama that. She didn't want to talk about it. Like, she don't want to talk about shit. She don't want me talking about it. She's saying because she already apologized for it once, and she shouldn't have to talk about it. What do I want her to do? Kill herself? Like, she's a manipulator. She's a gaslighter. She made sure that I was codependent on her for so long.
Oh my gosh.
And that I didn't have an outlet. And so I wouldn't go against her, because that's the only person that I had. So she just had it set up for her perfectly for shit to be going her way, until I took my power back and said, nah, this shit is crazy. Like, it has to stop. Put me first, and that means exactly what it means.
See, when I first, when I first got out, my mom had a drinking problem because of me going to prison and all of that. So my dad used that. Oh, look at your mother. You have to stay and take care of her. My dad sabotaged jobs, relationships, made me depend on him. Made me depend on. They moved when they first moved. Listen, this was the best thing they did though, was move me to Detroit. But when they moved me there, he told me, I'll give you $5,000 to move out there. I was waiting. Like, when I got there, it never came. Still to this day. But yet he'll say that I owe him money. One time he kept sending me, after he disowned me and said all of this, I don't believe you got all of this. Girl, that motherfucker sent me a Cash App request talking about I owe him. Blocked him on that too. You'll never be able to get that energy will never be able to penetrate this energy anymore.
It's the audacity for me. Like, what do you mean?
Like, are you kidding me?
No,
so
but
you're not validating my feelings.
Though.
My feelings are literally pushed to the side. And this didn't happen to me? Oh, okay. And what you did to me when I was a child didn't happen either, huh?
Right, like how delusional, I don't know how that mind worked, that delusional mind.
If I'm delusional, then because, you know, when I first was telling you guys that I had a homegirl, this was elementary school, that went and told the whole school that my dad tried to touch me, that my dad got on top of me and was trying to have sex with me. That was in elementary when that was told. And even that was put to the back of my mind. And sometimes when it surfaced back up, I end up hitting the girl back up like, Mimi, did this really happen? And she'll be like, yeah. And we fought about it. She said, but I seen your dad and you was in a towel, butt naked. She said you was butt naked with a towel. She said, I could tell that you just got out the shower. She said you was sitting on the edge of your bed and your father was leaning you back as if like to get on top in a sexual position. To this day, she remembers that.
Because it's traumatic. Like, what the fuck? That's not something that's normal.
At all.
That's supposed to happen. Or people not supposed to sneak in your room at nighttime and fucking fondle you and try to, like, and this man is so crazy. Like, I tried to record the phone call, but it didn't record, so I had to end up texting him. And he's basically telling on himself, like, I had to leave the relationship. Your mom was toxic. She made me do it. So, like, basically, he's trying to blame her and put her, you know, say that it was her fault. He's doing whatever she told him to do, basically.
And how you feel about that?
Hell, I believe it. I feel like y'all tag team because y'all fucking trauma bond because you had been molested. I'm sure he told you his stories of being molested so you can feel sorry for him, so y'all can like, oh yeah, it happened to both of us. It's okay if we let it happen to her. Nobody will know. But
like they the first ones to teach you on some type shit like, girl, ooh.
I got pregnant. So I think the pact was, yeah, you can fuck with her as long as you don't get her pregnant. But at 14, I got pregnant. And like we just discussed, being molested, he started at 13. So at 14, I started being promiscuous. I started hanging with the gangbangers. So yeah, I did start having sex at 14. But when I got pregnant, she waited till I was 3 months pregnant to go give me an abortion. It was a 2-part abortion. First I had to take a pill, then they had to suck the baby out. Not one time did she say, save any DNA so I can get it tested to see if this is my husband's baby or not. She let all that shit go in the trash and went on about her life and act like the shit didn't happen. Then, a couple months later, she got pregnant by the nigga. End up losing the baby because the baby got stuck in her tube. The baby died and she almost died.
See? Things happen the way it's supposed to happen.
So yeah, she knew exactly what the fuck was going on. She knew exactly what she was doing. But now that it's coming back to the forefront, she don't know what I'm talking about. And I need to let it go and stop talking about it. And all the families, like, you need to grow the fuck up. You need to be accountable for your actions. I'm not talking about my fucking actions. I'm talking about y'all's actions.
What actually gave you the courage to start, like, speaking out and taking your power back?
When Jonathan, that's his brother's name, Jonathan. When Jonathan called me and was telling me what the fuck happened, I was enraged. Like, I had, that Pandora box got fucking open and I turned into all type of she-woman, let's go motherfucking bash his head. Like, he needs to be tortured. Like, shooting a motherfucker would be too easy. I want to go torture his ass, set him on fire, throw piss on him, all type of shit, cut him all type of ways. But I got kids. Shit, I know I get off for insanity, but who wants to go through all that shit?
Right.
So,
and
I
me. I don't know.
I had to use my first mind, my right mind, and not my left. So I started suing motherfuckers. I started coming for the money. Since y'all so successful and make upwards of $200,000 a year and shit. So y'all, nobody wants to say their part. So I'm just coming out 25 years later, and I done made up this big ass fictitious lie, and I got text messages on my phone from your sister saying, "Oh yeah, we knew you was pregnant by him. The daddy knew, I knew, everybody knew. Yeah, we all used to get molested by the same cousin every summer. Yeah, he molested me from age of 9 to 11, like
it's a normal thing though. You see how it just flows out? That is not normal. That's not.
It goes.
That shouldn't be a thing that we all like, oh yeah, I was raped by him too. Oh yeah, he was putting his finger in my booty too. Man, he raped me so bad I couldn't even shit. That shouldn't be something that we're trauma bonding about. We shouldn't be bonding about this. This shouldn't be a bonding thing. But it's a subject that needs to be spoke on. I probably have bowel movement issues right now to this day because my cousin raped me so hard in my ass that I bled in the tub for 3 days. Every time I sat in the tub, it was full of blood, like dark blood. Bright. Brand new. Just... But we the problem. No, but we end up having problems in our life. Trouble always seems to find us after that. You know, we can't seem to shake. Fucking.
It's a motherfucker. And only the strong survive. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they go their whole life doing what the fuck they want to do. And then on their dying bed, they want to confess and say they sorry to people and all that shit. That doesn't count for ruining people's lives and fucking people's shit up, like mentals up. Like some people never recover. Like, this is a long lasting thing that you're gonna have to deal with for the rest of your life. But you have to find out ways to cope and to deal with your trauma and to figure out ways that are not detrimental to your health and
the people around you that you love.
Right.
You know, that you actually give a fuck about.
Exactly. That
and
you will
you're
die
gonna do
and kill for.
Yep. Yeah. You're going to do everything you can to protect them. Well, teach them, it's like I keep telling you guys, teach your kids early. They need to know. If somebody touched them and it makes them feel uncomfortable, or if you touching their private area a little bit too long, that ain't right. If you find yourself getting fucking aroused looking at a kid, go on and check yourself into the motherfucking hospital.
Yeah, because you the worst of the worst.
That shit is wild.
And pedophiles pick the parent first. So we got to pay attention to that too. You can't just have random niggas in your house, and especially around your girls. But boys is not off limits either.
Cousins either. Uncles. Brothers.
Yeah, everybody can't just be around your kids.
Any motherfucking body with a goddamn dick. And even some of the ladies, them cougars with pussies. That's what I was just about to say. Even with them ding-a-ling pussies too. Shit. Y'all, if you just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. I keep telling you guys, we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
There are certain subjects that I will be talking about on the couch, and I do say trigger warning.
For real.
It might make somebody feel uncomfortable. But these uncomfortable things have to be talked about. Because guess what? Then, if we don't talk about it, what if it happens to your baby? Because you too busy at work. You got to make money to take care of them, so you're not really paying attention to what's going on in their lives. And you're not paying attention to the signs. But they're there. They're there. Talk to your children. Don't wait until you feel like they're mature to talk about these subjects. No, whenever they can talk. That's when you need to be talking about these subjects. Because there's kids dying right now from fentanyl. And guess what? They're babies. They didn't know how to talk. There's kids right now that are in my position right now. They're still in a kid's mind frame because of being molested as a child.
Right.
They're still, remember that defense mechanism I was telling you about, that wall that we put up? Some people put it up so much that they never become an adult.
And it's so insulting for you to keep saying, for a family member who's supposed to love you, who was supposed to have done something, and for them to tell you, yeah, I know it's a history of abuse in the family. So when I'm telling you that he did this shit,
then why would you act like it's nothing? Why would you act like my feelings aren't? Because you didn't deal with your feelings, because you didn't give a fuck about... No, I give a fuck about me and what happened to me. I give a fuck about what happened to you, but you don't care. But you're actually putting my feelings to the side. Mm-hmm. And you're just saying, oh yeah, my family does the same thing. Oh yeah, y'all know the men, they really ain't shit. They been shit fucking the girls in our family. Like it's something fun and funny and honorable.
Yeah.
And it's not. That's not a fucking badge of honor. To have molested somebody in your family, touched somebody. And then you get older and you realize how disgusting your family was. It's almost embarrassing. That's right. What's embarrassing. You want to be embarrassed? You need to be embarrassed about what the fuck you doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I went to as far as making TikToks, and I exposed his ass. I put his picture on there. I put his address out there. Like, if anybody knows this man, if he has been with your auntie, if you have any knowledge of him touching people, then you need to reach out to the police and tell them what you know. Mm-hmm.
Let me tell y'all something. When you don't speak out and they get away with it for years, when somebody finally speaks out, you can't go back and say, oh, they had a history. Because there's no paper trail. They're going to look at you like you fucking crazy. And they're going to side with the man. And it's going to make you feel like nobody has your back. Because this is the real shit that's happening. They don't really have our back. We have to have our own back. And a way to take your power back and have your own back is by speaking out. I don't give a fuck. People know who I am. They know my family. And guess what? Some of their followers, some of their friends watch me.
Yeah, because
I don't give a fuck.
Nosy, and they always want to fucking.
That's fine.
Keep up.
Watch them, and also watch your kids around them.
Exactly.
Okay, while you watching, watch me. Watch your kids around them.
Yeah, and that's crazy that everybody know. Oh yeah, watch your kids around Uncle Pete. Like, what the fuck?
Like, that's.
What do you mean? I'm not finna have
that. That shouldn't be a thing. Why do we have to still watch our kids around Uncle Pete? Y'all didn't even try to get Uncle Pete help. No. Y'all didn't try to expose Uncle Pete?
No, because Mama and them said you better not tell nobody else that happened to you. Don't tell nobody else that happened.
This is one of the ways that you guys, I know some people be like, oh, no snitching. This is one of the prime examples of you can snitch when it comes to being touched. Don't hold that in, no matter how embarrassed you may feel or you may think the other person may feel.
And my situation is crazy. And I feel like it's a Tyler Perry movie because I had somebody who told, and the police came, and my mama still didn't press charges. And then 25 years later, my mama gets a VPO on me so she can, in the hopes of silencing me so she wouldn't get exposed. But it didn't work. She still got exposed. But that's why she got the VPO, in the hopes of silencing me. The motherfucking witness that she didn't call is the same bitch who called the police 25 years ago. And this bitch acting like she don't remember shit that happened. Talking about she don't have no recollection of molestation. Like, bitch, are you serious right now? Mm-hmm. So my mama paying you off? She paying you to get on this stage and tell all these goddamn lies to this judge? Yeah, so I'm going to report the judge. I'm doing all that.
Mm-hmm. No, seriously. Yeah. And if that's what has to happen, that's what has to happen.
Yeah, I'm doing it the legal way. Like, my son passed away when he was 2 years old, and my mama still has my son's possessions in her household, and there's no way I can get them because she's not going to give the police my stuff. So guess what? Here we go. Mm-hmm. Back to civil court. I'm going to sue your ass again. I'm going to keep on suing you just to be a nuisance because you act like you don't have since I'm grown, you don't have the duty of protecting me anymore. Like, it happened a long time ago. I don't care. You're grown. The fuck?
Yeah.
But I bet you expected me to take care of you when your ass got old.
Mm-hmm.
don't nobody better not motherfucking call me.
I will say when some, don't tell me, oh, well, they on their deathbed and they got something to tell you. You just gonna have to tell me in the will. I'll read about it.
Cause I'm type of motherfucker. I'm gonna come to the funeral and kick your casket over on purpose.
I'm not even gonna come to the funeral.
Shit, cause I got that much vendetta and revenge in me. That's why I had to go to therapy to talk that shit out. Because when you talk to a complete stranger about some shit like that, like you said, people be looking at you like you crazy. Like, Because when you grow up in a household where ain't none of that shit happening and you get to live a normal life and a normal childhood, that shit sounds crazy.
I commend you. For real.
Some Tyler Perry shit.
Hey, Fred. Yeah.
Hey,
no,
Fred.
that's real. Now, you guys, like I said, Swept Under is a subject that will be talked about every month on the couch. You might even see some of the same people coming back because guess what? And just like we said, trauma bonding. We are trauma bonding with each other across the screens. There's people watching and listening all over. And guess what? I know we're not the only two. And I know that some of the ones that's even in the comments aren't the only ones either. Speak out, speak up.
Yeah, if you know something, say something. If you have a suspicion, say something. You can always call CPS and call anonymously, and they won't know who called in, but they're going to go check up on it, at least. Or, like, we have to teach our kids to speak up, like, at an early age, and to not be afraid to say, or to have the discernment to know whether that's right or wrong. That's like why they used to say, don't be letting that girl sit on that grown man lap, and don't leave him at home with that girl child. Like, cause the shit been going on for years. Like, my mama and her mama, my grandma, like, since my grandma didn't do nothing about her being abused, because she was being abused by her babysitter or something. She didn't do nothing about that. So, like, as adults, as my mama being an adult, and, you know, them trying to mend their relationship, like, they watch The Color Purple together, and that's how they do their therapy and shit. Like, The Color Purple is a horrible ass movie. It's about people being molested and raped, and, like, and that's how they bond. Like, my mama at early age, she made sure that she made me watch Mommy Dearest with her.
My mom did too. Like, you better not get out of line.
That's some shit that motherfuckers have.
I can't. That's
generational
wild.
Shit.
Yeah.
And my people come from the islands too, so I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, like, it was the weirdest shit to me. Like, why the fuck you want me to sit here
exactly
and watch this crazy ass? She was a narcissist.
And we didn't have no wire hangers in our house.
Right. And that was her favorite part.
No wire hangers in my house.
Fucking crazy people. Like, and yeah. And they want
that
you
is
to
wild.
Be sane and motherfucking always yippity dee. Nah, bitch, I be ready to knock motherfuckers out because of you. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, I would never show my kids that movie. What, and for what purpose am I showing you?
You hear me? I don't give a fuck. Right now, it being a classic, I wouldn't show nobody's kids.
No. Because what is the purpose?
To teach them, that this is how we gonna discipline?
If I act crazy, if mommy acts crazy, then I better stay in line. Because, that bitch did act crazy. She used to break shit in the house and throw glass. And the same nigga that molested me, she done pinned him up against the wall with a car in the garage. And the nigga, he didn't fall me. My head then went through the damn, through the wall. Like, shit didn't happen.
And this is the stuff that we have to grow up and endure and still think about.
Yeah.
So even though we wrapping it up, this is not a subject that's gonna just end here at all.
It can't. Cause
you said I had to watch it also. Wow. She said my oldest just turned 27. They have no idea what it is besides me explaining it to them. It's really sad and really disheartening. Exactly. And how sad that a lot of us experienced that as a child. having to watch that movie. Y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. I definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. And I definitely appreciate you for being on the couch and sharing your story. I love you too. Seriously.
And it's not over.
Oh, no.
It's going to be more to come, because until we can get some laws put in place in Oklahoma, because every time I cut on the news, it's some damn pedophile taping little boys in the locker room, the damn principal of the Christian school, somebody,
the pastor,
another lady, they just took her to jail for being a child molester, enabler.
Oh yeah, did you see the one where she was on the texting her man and she was like, yeah baby, start rubbing on her right now while she was at work. Oh yeah, they got arrested.
These motherfuckers
in Sepulpa. That one happened in Sepulpa.
Yeah.
So expose the motherfuckers that's out there doing it. Some of them are being exposed, and some of them are actually getting locked up.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping your family members that's doing it
You
from
can
getting
call.
locked up.
I think it's called the Hope Line. You can call exploited children and trafficked children. There's a whole bunch of people you can call.
There's definitely a lot of resources. Please utilize them. Hit me up, and if you don't want to do it yourself, I'll do it for you. Okay? Y'all, it's Swept Under. It's the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Good night.
That was dope.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing.
I hope I didn't get too loud.
No. You was amazing. Thank you, guys.
My daughter was like, tag me in it so I can watch. I said, okay. And then my baby was like, can I watch? I'm like, no, you can't watch.
Right.
Yeah.